right, so welcome back everybody to the drive-thru. I am Geddes Shonikin, aka Showbro Geddes. I'm here with Thong. You know who he is. Come on in. Yeah. There's Thong.
What's up?
And it's been 2 years since you had your car?
2 years.
2 years.
2 year anniversary.
So you know what today is? It's the review of Thong's Type R. Yes, let's do it. Let's talk a little bit about the car. I noticed that you don't have the same wheels that you had before. Why is that?
I don't. So that's one thing I did not like about the car. I love the car, but the wheels were not practical. They're beautiful. They're not practical.
You don't like 20s?
They came with 20-inch wheels and very, very low profile tires. And I dailied the car, so it was not practical. I popped the tire within the first month of getting it. So these are 18-inch VMR V701s.
Okay.
They're nothing fancy. But they make I think they make it look more aggressive because the fitment is more aggressive. The stock wheel was more tucked in. This is more flush fitment.
I got you.
I love the bronze. That's the colorway I wanted to go.
You said you didn't want to spend $5,000 on wheels?
Nah, man, no T's here. Bro. No T's here. Maybe one day. But with me dealing the car, you know, these are more practical wheels. Not much done to the car yet. The reason is, I mean, really, honestly, the car came from the factory almost perfect, in my opinion. As just like a daily driving car, that's fun. You always take it. You also take it on the track. Not much needs to be done with it straight from the factory. You know, I got new intake. That's not really necessary because the old intake, the stock intake was sufficient.
He said it's not necessary. He said it wasn't necessary, but you did it. Because why not, right?
Because the whoosh, you know. That's all it is.
So that's it. Didn't you get some oil thing done too?
Oh yeah, oil catch can. That's for longevity of the engine. It catches the oil before it goes into all the injectors and stuff like that, and you know, it lessens the buildup. You sound
like a gearhead.
You know, I try to act like I know what I'm talking about, but not really. It comes with this throttle body cover, which is the Type R red. With carbon fiber pattern right here. The engine is 306 horsepower, 295 foot-pound of torque. And yeah, it's a lot of fun to drive, man. A lot of fun to drive.
You did something with the exhaust too, didn't you?
The exhaust, yeah. That's another thing I don't like about the car. The car is very aggressive, as you can see. The body, you know, the body lines, everything is aggressive, but the exhaust was very, very quiet. So, you know, I gotta let people hear when I'm coming. So
wake up the neighbors.
We deleted the mufflers and deleted the resonator, so it's a little bit more throaty sound now.
What does it sound like? Let's hear what it sounds like. I guess it's nice. You said you got the intake because of the whoosh noise, right?
Did you hear it?
I did hear it. I'm sick of talking about it. I want to take a drive. At some point, we'll get that done, right? I've driven it before. I've driven it. It's buttery. It's really buttery, though.
You haven't driven it since I got it, like the first day, right?
Nah, yeah, I don't think I have. First thing I noticed is these seats.
Yeah, so
tell me about these seats.
Right here are red Recaro style seats. They're Recaro style, but they're not made by Recaro. Honda.
Oh, they're Recaro style, but not Recaros.
Right.
Okay.
It has the Type R stitching right here. The material, I believe it's kind of like Alcantara, but it's more suede.
Okay.
The black part is mesh, and it's very bolstered. Like if you get in, it hugs your body.
All right, let me get in. Let me get into the car. Let me get into it. Okay. So it's nice and it's nice and tight in here.
And the inside is very nice. You see the steering wheel, red right here, flat bottom like a racing steering wheel. Very thick, 3 C's, three C's.
Just like he likes his one.
Red H right here for the Type R.
Nice.
Carbon fiber, faux carbon fiber, not real carbon fiber, because
come on, Honda.
You know, it's a Honda. All through here, right here, all through those seats. You have your Type R badge right here. minus 805.
805. You couldn't get number 1 though?
Couldn't get number 1. Sorry.
Yeah, well.
805 is kind of low though.
No.
805 is pretty low.
How many are there that exist right now?
I think they're up to like 30,000 worldwide.
Oh, okay, so if that's
So
the case, then 805 is actually pretty legit.
Yeah, because I got it a month after they came out. So I'm one of the first people in the world that got a 2017 Civic Type R. You know.
Go ahead and stomp for us real quick.
But yeah, man, the car is great. It's been great for the past 2 years. I've had minor issues.
Talk about them.
There's been a couple recalls, but it's the first generation. So, first generation anything, there's going to be some problems, kinks they have to work out.
What were they?
The first problem is there's a harness in the engine for the rev match system that was like they didn't install it very well, and it was getting frayed.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the recall. And then the second recall I just had was it was not a recall, but they're aware of the problem right now. The coil packs and the spark plug of the 4th cylinder were getting moisture in them, and they're rusting out.
Gotcha.
So they replaced that. Just got that.
You may have heard me giggle about the whole coil packs thing. That's an inside joke. That's an inside joke.
But yeah, the car, man, like I don't know what people usually get it for. I guess most people get it for like a weekend car, a track car, a fun car. But me, in my experience, I daily drive it. I have 2 kids. In the back, there's plenty of space in the back.
Can't see the back.
Plenty of storage in the back. The trunk, like you said before, the transmission is awesome. It's super smooth. You can drive it as a daily, no problem. It's not like a harsh car to drive. You have 3 different modes right here. You have your comfort. So if I switch to comfort, the dash is going to change to a different color. Suspension changes. Steering feel changes. You switch it back to sport, which is the default mode. That's kind of the middle feel that I use every day. And then you have plus R, which is stiffer suspension, different, stiffer steering feel.
Red means real fast.
Red means very, very fast.
Very fast?
Very fast. R stands for very.
Okay, I was just trying to figure that out. Okay.
And yeah, that's about it.
Talk to me about the tech.
The tech. Okay, so you have Apple CarPlay, as you can tell right here. Don't mind the missed calls and stuff like that. But there's Apple CarPlay. You have Android. I don't know why you would, but there is Android Audio or Auto.
Android, yuck.
Then this is the menu. You have Honda Link for your like emergency, whatever. It connects to your phone, shows you the weather, has messages, shows stats about the vehicle, stuff like that, maintenance, recalls, all that stuff. And then you also have navigation in here. If you don't use your phone's navigation, it's regular car navigation.
But who uses car navigation?
Nobody uses it. So that stays. My stereo stays on Apple CarPlay because everything you need is right here. You got all the apps, all the podcasts. Apple CarPlay is awesome. Every car should have Apple CarPlay going forward. I don't know why you wouldn't. And then you have rev matching. So if you don't know how to heel toe, I don't know how to heel toe. I'm sorry. I guess I'm not like a real enthusiast.
No, you're not.
But I don't know how to heel toe. Car does it for you, which is awesome because, when you're driving aggressively and you're downshifting, you don't have to worry about, rev matching. It does it for you, which is a great feature. In my opinion, some people like to turn it off. Don't turn it off. It's a really good feature. I don't know why you would turn it off. Maybe if you're on the track and you want to feel like the raw experience of the Type R, but
you don't like it raw.
Everyday driving, you don't need to turn it off. No. Keep it on.
So you wouldn't trade this car right now, like for what it's worth of what you've paid, like you've enjoyed it these 2 years?
Yes. The car has been great to me the last 2 years. I don't think there's another car in the price range of $35,000 to $45,000 that I would trade this car in for.
So you don't feel like you got hustled when you purchased it?
No.
Tell us about when you purchased it.
My experience?
Yeah, talk about it because I know how it was at the beginning.
Most people know that in the beginning the car was very hyped up and very sought after. So a lot of dealerships were marking the price up. Here locally, they were marking the price up anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000. I didn't want to pay that, so but I wanted to get the car as soon as it came out. So I basically called a bunch of dealerships around the country to try to get one. Ended up paying a little bit over MSRP, not too much. Got this car shipped out from Indiana, but it took about a month to find one that was reasonably priced, and a dealership that's willing to work with somebody who's out of state. So yeah, it was an experience. I think I called you a lot of times. Very frustrating calls. With dealerships messing around and playing around and promising things that they didn't want to do.
There was a dealership in town that was selling it for $25,000 over sticker, which was kind of crazy. It was. I don't know. I was under the impression they didn't really want to sell the car. They just wanted a reason for people to come in and look at it. They'd probably try to sell them something else because who's paying $25,000 over sticker?
You know, any sought after car like new Supra, new Corvette, when it comes out, it's gonna be marked up. If you want it when it comes out, you're just gonna have to play their game, you know. And I could have waited another maybe year or 6 months. The thing is though, like what I paid is basically what MSRP is now for the 2019. Because when it came out, the MSRP was $34,900, I think, and now it's over $37,000.
Really?
For the 2019.
Is there any difference between the 19 and the 18?
There's no difference. There's this has a volume knob right here because people were complaining about there's no volume knob because this kind of sucks. The touchscreen. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. The touchscreen on this, not great because there's no feedback, so you can't really tell like if it's going, like you see what I'm doing. Like you can't really tell if it's going up or down volume wise. So they added a volume knob, but the engine's the same. Everything's the same. It's just another year newer, I guess.
Does that shift knob ever get hot?
Yeah, it gets scorching hot during the summer. So that's probably my next change. I'm going to change this up to like a more leather or plastic one because it does get hot. I've burned my hands before. It's not fun. Really? But it feels good though when it's not hot. It's like, oh, that's another feature that you get with this. You get a standard short throw shifter. So a lot of cars, when you get them like your STI, that's an added feature that you have to pay for, but this comes standard.
Oh, was that a dig? Car. Was that you're throwing some shade? Okay,
a little bit.
Throwing some shade. I see it.
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit.
So yeah, I guess at this point, we should just go drive around and see what this.
Yeah, let's drive it.
So tell me, how do you feel when you see Civics with Type R badges that aren't Type Rs? And be honest.
I mean, just be what you are. Don't try to be what you're not. That's the advice I have for people.
That's it?
That's advice I have for people.
Okay.
Cayman S.
Nice. Old head. He doesn't want the sauce, Thong?
I don't think he wants the sauce.
He doesn't want the sauce.
I don't think he wants the sauce.
That's great. Do you know how to drive a stick before you bought the car?
Oh,
okay. Maybe he does want the sauce.
Kind of. This is the first manual car I've ever had. And it had been a very long time since I've driven a stick, probably high school. So I was not the greatest manual driver when I got this car. But thankfully, the transmission is very well built, very easy to drive. So I learned pretty quick. Now I'm whipping it around like nothing. Once you get into one of these cars, like I can't really explain it, but it's just the transmission just feels really good. With the short throw shifter, it just feels really good. Getting in and out of gears, upshifting, downshifting, it's very easy. And the clutch is very easy because I feel like other cars, the clutch is pretty stiff, right? Other performance cars, right? It's pretty stiff. This clutch is like really soft. You can press it down easily. If you're new to manual driving, it's very easy to get used to. You can find a sweet spot pretty quickly.
So the driver mod doesn't matter?
I mean, it matters. It matters. You have to get used to driving it, of course, but it's easier to drive than other cars that I've been in, other manual cars that I've been in, especially performance cars.
Gotcha. How often do you get stopped by people that talk about the car?
A lot. Especially when I first got it, of course. It was a brand new car. most people didn't even know what it was. Like what is this? I don't even know. Like Honda makes a car like this, but now people.
Is that the new NSX?
Yeah, right. Because the NSX did come out same time, right? Around the same time.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
But now people, they stop. They know what it is now, but they, you don't really see them around that often. So when people do see it, they're intrigued.
Yeah, I want to say there's like
six
6 or 7 people in Jacksonville, maybe not even 6, that have Type Rs.
Yeah.
I know there's 2 black ones, a red one, a blue one.
There's a couple gray ones now.
Yeah, I saw 2 gray. Well, 1 gray one, I think. That Nardo gray or whatever it is.
There's not many people that have the Type R. So that's cool. You have kind of like an exclusive car without paying like exclusive car, supercar prices.
Right.
For now, at least. They'll get more prevalent as Honda keeps on making them, because they're limited based on like how many Civics sell. Because Honda sells hundreds of thousands of Civics every year.
Right. And
now we're 2 years into the Type R production. There's 30,000 of them worldwide out on the street. So I feel like it's still pretty limited, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, you throw a rock and you'll hit an STI. So.
Right, but they've been around for 20 plus years now.
Yeah. You ran into any Golf Rs yet, or RSs yet?
There's a few. So Focus RSs are, I don't know if it's just the type of owner, but they like to race. They try you a lot. They try you a lot.
And how'd you fare? You don't.
We don't race here.
We don't break the law. That's right. We don't break the law.
We just cruise. I like to look fast. That's it.
I like to look fast. That's it. That's funny. Chad, hold on. I just noticed this. You have 323 missed phone calls?
Yeah.
How do you have that many missed phone calls?
No, it's I never check my voicemail. So.
Bruh, that's 323 missed phone calls. Who does that? And you don't even think to clear it. That would drive me crazy.
Well, now it's like past the point of no return. I can't clear them all.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't. There's no like select all button on your voicemail.
So this is it. It's done. It's over.
Whatever. It's gonna stay there forever.
I don't even say you can drive your car with this.
It's gonna stay there forever.
That's sitting there like that. I could never do it. I could never do it. But this is not my car. This is your car, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
Exactly.
You said it's just a muffler delete?
Muffler and the resonator.
Muffler and the resonator, okay.
So how the exhaust works, it's a triple exhaust. And the middle one is the resonator that is supposed to, when you're driving like highway speeds, it's supposed to eliminate drone.
Okay.
It makes it quieter. So we took that out.
Gotcha.
And then the 2 mufflers on the sides were out.
You didn't think about getting a different exhaust?
I think eventually. I haven't heard one that I really, really want to get yet. So once I find one that, because I don't want it to sound like typical Civic,
like a fart cannon,
type sound. So once I find one that has that throatier, meaner sound, I'll get one.
Gotcha.
I also don't want one with a lot of drone, so.
Yeah, that looks like Thong enjoys the car. It was a good purchase for him.
2-year anniversary, many years to come. I'm not getting rid of this car ever.
Well, I hope you wouldn't get rid of it.
Maybe not. We'll see.
Well,
new Corvette looks nice.
The new Corvette looks nice. Wouldn't mind an Aventador, right?
I wouldn't mind an Aventador. Huracan. I'll set it for a Huracan.
You'll set it for that?
But no, this car will probably, if I ever upgrade to another car, this car will be my daily or something. But, I'm a Honda guy. I've always had Honda, so this is basically the ultimate Honda. So why get rid of it?
And there you have it. The ultimate Honda.
Yeah. The ultimate Honda.
I hate this guy.
I mean, fastest front wheel drive car around the Nürburgring. Fastest Honda ever made. What more can you say? Review's over. Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's it. We're done. Bye-bye. Tune in next week.